Hello, everybody. My name is Brandy Trigo. I am a registered nurse. I have been for 23 years now. I am also a health and wellness mentor. And I decided that I wanted to start educating people on obesity and a little more behind the causes of it, as well as how to prevent it, that kind of thing. So this first week, we are going to focus on is obesity an epidemic? The epidemic of obesity emerged in the 1970s in North America. This is when people began eating more refined carbohydrates. It started with the eat less, move more approach to weight loss. Um, and government organizations continue to promote this strategy in today's age as the gold standard to weight loss. There are gender differences. Women have almost 50% more body fat than men, even though men generally consume more calories. Women are not lazier than men, nor do they lack self-control. It's hormones that make it difficult for women to burn calories. Obesity is not a personal failing or a choice. Eating too much may be immediately responsible for weight gain, but it is not what starts the chain of events that causes obesity. The cause of weight gain was first identified in the late 18th century, where health experts found the link between weight gain and carbohydrates. And US Dietary Guidelines between 1977 and 1980 promoted the fact that calories and not specific foods were fattening. So we are going to dive a little bit deeper into each one of these this week. So we are going to start with the eat less, move more evolution of the obesity epidemic. The basic idea behind eat less, move more is that body fat is purely a result of excess energy. By this theory, we will lose weight if we take in less energy than we are using up. Eating fewer calories than we are using up is being called in a calorie deficit. Later, in the weeks following, we will go over in depth the myth of the calories in, calories out theory. Calories are indeed energy, and your body strives to maintain balance. So energy, or your calories consumed, are going to equal your energy or your calories burned to maintain a stable weight. Distinctions based on gender. The prevalence of obesity is generally higher among men in most countries. However, women have a higher percentage of body fat. Men have more central adipose tissue, which means their midsection and their visceral organs, their heart, their lungs, their liver, their intestines, etc., have more adipose fat, whereas women have more peripheral adipose fat, so more in their limbs and their hips. And this difference affects health outcomes. Sex hormones play a role in fat distribution and metabolism. The variations in sex hormones may impact your obesity risk. Estrogen plays a role in metabolism, cholesterol, glucose, and insulin. It plays a role in controlling hunger signals, which can potentially lead to overeating. Testosterone promotes muscle growth. Muscles burn more calories than fat tissue. Too much testosterone can cause an increase in appetite, fluid retention, high blood pressure, high cholesterol. Polycystic ovarian syndrome is a cause of too high of testosterone in women. Despite the prevalence differences, both genders face obesity-related health risks. And these health risks are high blood pressure, high cholesterol, type 2 diabetes, sleep apnea, joint problems, your osteoarthritis, gallbladder diseases, stroke, depression, anxiety. Childhood obesity is a strong risk factor for adult obesity and chronic diseases like type 2 diabetes and cardiovascular issues. Obesity is not a choice. The primary treatment for obesity since the 1950s is the low-fat, low-calorie diet. However, during this time period, obesity rates tripled. So is this an effective treatment? I would say not. Low-fat diets gained popularity and obesity skyrocketed. Low-carb diets have been found to be more effective for short-term weight loss than low-fat diets. Low-fat diets lead to increase in blood glucose levels and insulin levels. While low-fat, low-calorie diets have been widely promoted, the risk in obesity suggests that other factors beyond diet contribute to this global health issue. And obesity has been viewed as a condition caused exclusively by poor nutrition and lifestyle, meaning that they are matters of choice. But in 1997, the health world recognized obesity as a chronic disease. Healthcare providers consider it a complex set of neurological diseases produced by environment, genetic, biological, and behavioral factors. Your biological factors include your hormones. Causes of weight gain. Health experts found in the late 18th century that there was a link between weight gain and carbohydrates. In the mid-20th century, the increase in heart disease led to the replacement of dietary fats with other food types, mostly carbohydrates. Since carbohydrates could not be both healthy and unhealthy, a new cause of weight gain was born. Calories rather than specific foods were deemed fattening. However, simple carbs, which are, two sugar molecules, are rapidly digested. And these include honey, sugar, desserts, chips, breakfast cereals, soda, refined grains. And complex carbohydrates, there are more sugar molecules and take longer to digest because they're often paired with fiber and other nutrients which provide sustained energy. And these are your grains, your beans, your legumes, your fruits, your veggies. Carbohydrates affect your blood sugar. When you consume carbohydrates, they are broken down into simple sugars that enter the bloodstream. This process increases the body's glucose level, prompting the pancreas to release insulin. Insulin is what helps absorb glucose for energy or store it as fat. When blood sugar levels rise quickly, it can cause a blood sugar spike, followed by a crash due to the pancreas releasing that insulin. Consuming simple carbs leads to rapid digestion and a subsequent insulin response, resulting in blood sugar spikes. Frequent blood sugar spikes can have a negative effect over time. Managing your carbohydrate intake, especially your simple carbs, is crucial for overall health and preventing conditions like type 2 diabetes and weight gain. Remember that choosing whole grains, fruits, non-starchy vegetables, and legumes over refined and processed carbs can help maintain stable blood sugar levels and your blood sugar and insulin spikes. As you will see here, US Dietary Guidelines from 1977 to 1980 promoted the consumption of breads, potatoes, and pastas with their widely distributed food pyramid. The American Heart Association also sent the same message that spread globally. Statistics show that Americans followed that advice, consuming more refined carbohydrates while cutting back on meat, eggs, and other fats. And this caused sugar consumption to increase as people followed the low fat and low cholesterol food choices. And as we went over on the last slide, that your refined grains, your cereals, your pastas are actually simple carbohydrates, which break down easily, causing your increase in glucose and insulin spikes, whereas your fruits and your vegetables help maintain the healthy blood sugar levels over time. So unfortunately, the information that the original food pyramid was giving is actually backwards and causing obesity versus actually helping the epidemic. Next week, we're going to focus on if obesity is inherited or not. I hope you enjoyed learning a little bit more about obesity as an epidemic and some of the research that I have found. And we will continue on this every Tuesday. Thank you for joining me, and I will see you next week.